I'm Mitch Sanford with Biltwell Bank. Yes, that's right. First Bank of Dalton is now Biltwell Bank. What does that mean for you? It means the same exceptional service from the bankers you know and trust. It means a larger footprint that expands through 13 counties in Georgia and Tennessee. It means your community bank is still right around the corner. Want to learn more? Visit us at biltwell.bank or give us a call at 706-226-5377. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
2022 football season's here, and the Oakwood Cafe is ready to serve you pancakes as big as your head. Come on down on Saturday morning after the big game and eat a plate full of hash browns till your belly starts aching. And don't forget to check out what we've got going on at Walnut Hill Farm. Woo!
Hey football fans, I'm Chris and this is my dad Charles. Here at Transformers, we believe in no gimmicks, just affordable pricing and quality repairs.
Come see us at Dalton, Cartersville, or check us out online at transformerstransmission.com.
This is our Dalton, one of the fastest technology-driven gig cities in the country, thanks to OptiLink. We're making things happen with lightning-fast internet. With OptiLink and its cutting-edge fiber technology, you get unsurpassed bandwidth for the entire family with super-fast speeds for all of your devices, keeping you up to date on the latest trends and dance moves. Never missing a moment with family, work from anywhere for a life well lived.
Speeds beyond your imagination. Speeds that move your life forward. Go big. Get the gig from OptiLink.
Experience the power of the links. OptiLink's streaming app VidLink, powered by its fastest internet service, GigLink. Your link to reliable remote access to healthcare. Your link to the best educational opportunities. Your link to our community's only local provider. Your link to the ultimate in entertainment choices and gaming experiences. No interruptions and faster downloads. Power up your life with the perfect combination of speed and entertainment. VidLink and GigLink. Upgrade today and get the power of the link.
Something great like you, beautiful too, just like God intended. When He blended all these colors together. I've made some mistakes. I'm not who I used to be. Made the world blind. I am who I am. There's darkness inside of me. Made the world blind. Made the world blind.
Football Friday, week 13 on a Saturday night. We've got a special playoff edition. Also, unfortunately, this is going to be our last show of the season. It has been a fantastic season so far. It's going to get even better tonight. I'm your host, Chris Owens. With me, special guest and co-host. I'm very proud, very honored to introduce Ragan Neal. Ragan, thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. This is going to be a special night. Ragan, with playoffs, there's 412 schools play football in the state of Georgia. Only 255 teams make the playoffs. That's a little over 60% of the teams play and participate. We have quite a few of our local teams that have made it. We got a couple big wins tonight that we're going to go over. We've got our award-winning highlights. We've got our scores. We've got our stats, our facts. We're going to go over all of that. We're going to start with Ringgold highlights tonight, with it being Saturday. We have a little pushback on some of these highlights. We're going to have big highlights from Dalton's game tonight. We're going to get Kit Carpenter on the phone. We're going to get Jay Pogue on the phone. We're going to talk about that big Christian Heritage win. But before we do that, let's take a minute and introduce Miss Neal. You're an 8th grader at Christian Heritage.
Yes, sir.
You're also an honor roll student, very active in your community. You're also active in sports, basketball, softball, tennis, and also recently started with golf.
Yes.
Yes, and you get lessons from the best instructor in North Georgia. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. But what caught my eye, Ragan, with you is your dream. Your dream is to be a sports broadcaster, and I think that's fantastic.
Yes, sir.
So if I could give you some advice, Ragan, before you get started, first thing I tell you is don't grow up. It's overrated.
Okay.
Stay young, stay immature. It's a whole lot more fun. Okay? Number 2, dream big. Go for those dreams. Sometimes all we need is somebody, Ragan, to believe in us and give us that chance. So tonight, I want you to let your star shine bright.
Okay.
And you go for it, okay? Put your stamp on it tonight. You own it, okay? So with that said, I don't think there's a better place to get your career started on the highest rated show in cable television. We got a national television audience waiting. They're wanting these scores. Let's go to the OptiLink scoreboard and let's see what we've got.
Okay, so we have North Murray and Fellowship Christ, which is 28-49. Dalton and Loganville, which was 7-3. Christian Heritage and Greene County, which was a big win, 37-6. Carver and Ringgold, 44-28. Sonorville and Ocoee, 6-49. Cahola Creek and Sandy Creek, 14-70. Heritage and Walnut Grove, 13-17. Eastside and Calhoun, 21-23. Clemson and Louisville, 31-16.
Wow, Clemson, big win, 31-16 over Louisville. Great job there.
Thank you.
A few more scores in the area to report. Big bad Cedartown, number 1 in the state, 49-0 over Cedar Shoals. Central Carroll, 35-7. These were also on Friday night, 35-7. Rockmart, 65-7 over East Jackson. Let's see what else we've got. Cartersville with 43-10 win over Clark Central. Some people may not know, shortage of referees. Some games were played, the even-numbered regions were played Friday. The odd were played today. Reason for the mix-up here. But we're going to have Jay Pogue on the phone, so stay with us. We'll be right back with more Football Friday. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mitch Sanford with Biltwell Bank. Yes, that's right. First Bank of Dalton is now Biltwell Bank. What does that mean for you? It means the same exceptional service from the bankers you know and trust. It means a larger footprint that expands through 13 counties in Georgia and Tennessee. It means your community bank is still right around the corner. Want to learn more? Visit us at biltwell.bank or give us a call at 706-226-5377. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
This is our Dalton, one of the fastest technology-driven gig cities in the country. Thanks to OptiLink, we're making things happen with lightning-fast internet. With OptiLink and its cutting-edge fiber technology, you get unsurpassed bandwidth for the entire family with super-fast speeds for all of your devices, keeping you up to date on the latest trends and dance moves. Never missing a moment with family, work from anywhere for a life well lived.
Speeds beyond your imagination. Speeds that move your life forward. Go big. Get the gig from OptiLink.
We're super fired up down here at Cherokee Brewing, getting ready for another football season. Don't forget to come down and check out one of our 24 beers on tap. We got the brewcade going on. Also want to remind you that we do have a drive-through set up behind the Oakwood Cafe, so you can get your favorite chicken tenders without getting out of the car. Keep an eye out for a concert out at Walnut Hill Farm on the weekends this fall, and also be prepared for our Georgia-grown produce boxes with gathered goods. We appreciate all your support, and go teams this year. I hope everybody makes it to the playoffs. Woo!
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? What would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams a reality.
At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
At Coldwell Banker Canard Realty, we've been serving our community since 1974 with offices in Dalton, Calhoun, Ringgold, Cartersville, and Cleveland, Tennessee. We've got you covered.
Maryville Jewelers has been a family-owned and operated store since 1974. The only thing that has changed is our beautiful and elegant merchandise. Our staff works hard at staying up with all the latest styles and trends. We pride ourselves on having beautiful jewelry in all price ranges. Maryville Jewelers is known for its outstanding customer service and its quick turnaround on jewelry and watch repair. We are a full-service jewelry store. Come see us at Maryville Jewelers in historic downtown Dalton.
Precision Chemical and Paper Supply is locally owned and operated by Damon Duckett, serving our community for 40-plus years. We can supply all your away-from-home needs. Business-to-business products include janitorial, food and beverage, facilities and ground, office products, and packaging. Located at 101 Bryant Avenue in Dalton. Give Precision Chemical and Paper Supply a call today at 706-226-8795 or visit them on their website at precisionchemicalandpaper.com.
Welcome back to Football Friday. Again, I'm your host, Chris Owen, special guest. Thank you for being here. We've got Ragan Neal.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. We're going to go back to the OptiLink scoreboard real quick. We had that up at the just for the commercial break. So, of course, big score two that really catch my eye. Dalton High with a tremendous 7-3 win, and we've got Kit Carper on the phone. We're going to talk with Coach here in just a minute. But Dalton scores late, 7-3 win over number 10 Loganville. Dalton next week will travel to Creekside to keep the show on the road and bring home another W. Another one that caught my eye, and we're going to break that down for us, Ragan, is Christian Heritage 37-6 over Greene County. Lot to talk about there. Some of the other local schools didn't fare as well, but at this point in the season, if we're talking about you, in my book, you're a winner. Making the playoffs is every team's goal. Not every team can make it. As we said before, about 60% of the teams actually make it. Half advance on to the next round. So just being here is quite an accomplishment. With all that said, at this point, we've got highlights of Ringgold. We're putting together a tremendous package for Dalton highlights that we're going to show here in a minute. So with all that said, we've got head coach Kit Carpenter of Dalton High on the phone. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great.
I bet you are, buddy. What a great win tonight. We had a late score, and I didn't get to see that highlight. Who punched that in for us? Tyson Greenway. The show goes on. I love it. Kind of tell us about the game. Obviously, it was a defensive battle. It was 3-0 till late in the fourth quarter. A lot of field position. A lot of coaching going on tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of field position game. Coach Smith does a great job over there at Loganville, and they had a great running back and a great offense. And the defensive front was great, and so it was really a defensive battle, and it was just really a battle of field position.
Yes, sir. I tell you, Loganville running back Solomon Leslie came in at almost 1,400 yards rushing, 15 touchdowns. You guys held him, shut him down, kept him out of the end zone. Like we talked about last week, you come in the game, you can run the ball, and you stop the run, you got a great chance to win. You win that battle of field position and the turnover battle, Coach. So great job. And next week we travel down to Creekside. You got a little scoop you can fill us in on Creekside?
They got some dudes. I know that. They're a pretty good team. But they kind of throw the ball around. They have they got great coaching. I mean, they're not in the position they're in without great athletes on the field. But our kids play with heart, and anytime you play with heart, you got a chance.
Absolutely. And Loganville came in at 9-1, number 10 in the state, the number 2 seed out of Region 8 and 5A football. So no slouch there. And of course, Coach Smith, a former offensive and strength and conditioning coach on the Dalton High staff. So, hats off. Loganville, good season. Dalton, better tonight. Have you, Reagan?
We didn't. Our region swept Region 8 tonight, and that's quite an accomplishment.
Yes, sir.
For our region to win all of our playoff games.
That's fantastic. Coach, while we've got you on the phone, I think we may be able to show Dalton highlights to our television audience as we're talking. Ragan, have you got a question for Coach?
Yeah, I have one. It's what did you tell the boys at halftime?
Just keep on doing what we coach you to do. Just keep battling and keep working at it, and and we'll prevail in the end, and that's what happened.
Absolutely, Coach. We get through the game pretty injury-free.
Yeah, I mean, it was a physical game, and we got some guys banged up. But by the time we'll evaluate them tomorrow, and to kind of see where they're at. With us playing on Saturday, it's a short week for us, and so there's a lot to happen between now and Friday.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyone that hasn't had a chance to watch this team play this year, what's something you would describe this team to the community? What would you say about this team? Tough?
Yeah, and just a lot of heart. When you see the kids play hard, often they're undersized and outmatched, but that doesn't matter. They still work at it and still play as hard as they can. Yeah,
I tell you, Coach, you got a kid with some talent's one thing, but I'll take the guy that's hungry and wants it. Guy that'll fight for you, get you there every time. So, great win tonight. You got anything else you'd like to add with Coach?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, Coach, thank you for your time. I know it's very precious. Enjoy that ride back with the boys, and we're very proud of you. And big win for the Cats. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Have a good night. Get home safe.
All right. We'll see you.
Thank you. And that's a great phone call there with Coach Carpenter. Appreciate him taking the time to speak with us. We've still got a few more minutes. Before I forget, we go to commercial break. We've actually this year, I've tried to put my own stamp on this show, kind of put my own spin on it. I want it to be a show that entertains. I want it to be a show that people want to watch more than just getting scores. So we've added a halftime special tonight. We've got right off their North American Dancing with the Stars tour. We've got cheerleaders in-house. When we come back from commercial, we're going to have a little halftime spirit, a little halftime entertainment. So stay tuned for that. We've also got Dalton highlights. I think we may show those now. We may show that after the break also. We're also going to do our best to get Jay Pogue on the phone. We're going to break down Christian Heritage's big 37-6 win over Greene County, which was actually played yesterday due to the referee shortage. You've got us covered on a lot of stats there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to go over Christian Heritage score. We're also going to look at Cahulla Creek. Ringgold played tonight. We've got a lot more stats we're going to break down and talk about some stuff. We've got individual stats. We've got team stats. We've got Dalton highlights. So we're going to get all that covered. Ragan, anything else you'd like to add?
No, sir.
Okay. And again, we're going to do our best to get Jay Pogue on the phone, so stay with us. But we're going to break down Christian Heritage. Big defensive performance last night. Eli Thomason had another big game, 4 touchdowns. So stay with us. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have our halftime show, and then we're going to get into the meat, potatoes, Dalton highlights, Christian Heritage cover. Stay tuned.
This is our Dalton, one of the fastest technology-driven gig cities in the country. Thanks to OptiLink, we're making things happen with lightning-fast internet. With OptiLink and its cutting-edge fiber technology, you get unsurpassed bandwidth for the entire family with super-fast speeds for all of your devices, keeping you up to date on the latest trends and dance moves. Never missing a moment with family, work from anywhere for a life well lived.
Speeds beyond your imagination. Speeds that move your life forward. Go big. Get the gig from OptiLink.
Hey, this is Eddie.
And Greg.
From North Georgia Toyota. And Greg, what could be better than football time in North Georgia?
Well, it's the great deals at North Georgia Toyota.
And Greg, we're starting to see a lot of inventory coming in. We got some Tundras, Tacomas, trucks. You need to come by and see us.
Yeah, don't forget the pre-owned vehicles too.
Some people say we can't do that, Greg. What do we say?
We say, oh yes, we can.
And that's only at North Georgia Toyota in Dalton. Come see us.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? What would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams a reality.
At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
At Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, we've been serving our community since 1974 with offices in Dalton, Calhoun, Ringgold, Cartersville, and Cleveland, Tennessee. We've got you covered.
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr.
And I'm Chris Hicks.
And we're the Transformers crew.
With over 40 years of experience from brakes, AC tune-ups, oil changes, and custom rebuilt transmissions, Transformers is your #1 automotive repair source. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility conveniently located here on Sugar Road, and we also offer financing for those unexpected repair needs. So come and check out the real professionals because we are
Transformers.
Transformers Transmission and Complete Auto Repair Specialist.
And then I'll welcome us back, and then I'm going to introduce them. We'll slide, and then when we come back, you own the Christian Heritage. Okay.
Oh, you're on? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, 10, 9.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're live.
Welcome back to Football Friday. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Chris Owens. With us here, we have Ragan Neal. Now it's time for our halftime show. Very happy, very proud to introduce off the North American Tour, Dancing with the Stars. We have cheerleaders. Come on out, ladies. We have Adeline Owens from North Whitfield. We have Letty Owens from Varnell. And we have Caroline Owens from the daycare. Ready?
Okay. Our first cheer is going to be called When I Say It. When I say it. When I say in, you say in, say in. In. When I say in, you say in, say in. In. When I say S, you say S, say S. S. When I say number, you say one number. One number. One. When I say pioneer, you say pride, pioneer. Pride. Pioneer. Pride. Let's go, Pioneers! Our next cheer is going to be called Red Hot. Our team is Red Hot. Our team is Red Hot. Our team is R-E-D, Red, H-O-T, hot. Once we start, we can't be stopped. Our team is Red Hot. Our team is Red Hot. Our team is R-E-D, Red, H-O-T, hot. Once we start, we can't be stopped. Let's go, Pioneers! And our last cheer is going to be called Rowdy. We get rowdy, rowdy. NMS is rowdy, 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 rowdy. We get rowdy, rowdy.
Yay!
Let's go, Pioneers!
And we're back. Caroline, you got a cheer you want to do? Let's go, Cats. You going to cheer? You going to cheer? Okay, do it. Let's go, Cats. Okay. All right, maybe next year. Yay! Thank you, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. Now, we've got Dalton highlights ready to go, but before we do that, we're going to talk first about Christian Heritage and that big win, 37-6 over Greene County.
Okay, so first what I said was Eli, in my opinion, was definitely the MVP of the game. Like, he had 4 touchdowns and he hurdled someone, so I mean, and then he had a 55-yard touchdown, and then also Camp Carpenter, he had a broke collarbone, and he came off, and now he's back on, and he had a sack to start off the game, and yeah, Eli hurdled a player, and yeah, that's about it.
Great job, Ragan. Good insight. You know, being a student at the school, you go to school, you see these people every day, so it's A lot of pride there, Lion pride, right?
Yeah.
Lion pride. Dominant defensive performance. Brett Adams pulled all the strings. God knows his X's and O's. Christian Heritage defense also caused 4 turnovers, and as you pointed out, to your point, Eli Thomason had 4 touchdowns. Senior running back came in with over 1,200 yards on the season, 16 touchdowns. He had 24 carries for 173 yards last night, so Eli absolutely a workhorse. Also with him, Jalen Gay, running back, had over 100 yards 2 of his last 3 games, so you got that 2-headed monster back there running the ball. Quarterback Carter Triplett that you touched on.
Yeah.
Doesn't throw a lot of passes, but he leads his team to victory. Christian Heritage improved to 5-6 on the season. Carson Russell had a nice 41-yard field goal to get Christian Heritage on the board. Those points, especially the playoffs, are always a premium. Take them when you can get them. Christian Heritage will travel next week to undefeated Johnson County. When the playoffs start, everybody's 0-0. So in my book, Christian Heritage, Johnson County are both 1-0, headed into that next week. But congratulations, Christian Heritage. I know you're excited. I know you're proud of your team. You can wear that jersey to school Monday.
Yeah.
Now I think we're going to go now to some Dalton highlights. We've got some highlights to show you of Dalton High. We've got a little technical issue on our end. I'm not sure if we're showing those. We're on. I think we've got Dalton highlights being shown. I do apologize for the narrating. Should have that handle for you just a moment. There we go. And if we could, let's show these a couple times tonight. We can do that, guys. There's Dalton with a big sack, like Coach touched on. Big game of field position is always important. You got to protect the football. There's Long to Blanchard with a nice play, pretty over the shoulder throw. There's Greenway just bowling his way into the end zone. That is the Class 5A Region 7 Player of the Year, 46 with a big sack. You know, Ragan, I'm a little old school. I love a low-scoring defensive game. I like 7-3 a whole lot more than I like 45-42.
Yeah.
A lot more coaching, a lot more football involved there.
Yeah.
Now, we've only got about 40 seconds. We had a little technical glitch on our end, guys, so we're going to go to commercial in just a second. We're going to come back. I'd like to show those Dalton highlights again. We'll kind of break those down. But again, Dalton with a big win. They're going to travel to Creekside next week. Dalton coming off a little bit of a shorter week. They've got one less day to get ready for that game. But get healed up, enjoy it tonight. Get ready to work tomorrow. Dalton, you get into the playoffs, a lot of history, a lot of tradition, so it's not their first rodeo. I'm sure they'll be ready to go. Coach Carpenter is more than prepared and has his guys ready. And again, hats off, Coach. You've done a fantastic job this year. So Dalton gets that record up to 6-5. Region 7 swept Region 8, which is also a great accomplishment, 5A. We're going to commercial. Be back with more Football Friday in just a second.
I'm Julie Walraven with Builtwell Bank. Yes, that's right. First Bank of Calhoun is now Builtwell Bank. What does that mean for you? It means the same exceptional service from the bankers you know and trust. It means a larger footprint that expands through 13 counties in Georgia and Tennessee. It means your community bank is still right around the corner. Want to learn more? Visit us at builtwell.bank or give us a call at 706-629-1500. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
Hey, this is Eddie.
And Greg.
From North Georgia Toyota. And Greg, what could be better than football time in North Georgia?
Well, it's the great deals at North Georgia Toyota.
And Greg, we're starting to see a lot of inventory coming in. We got some Tundras, Tacomas, trucks. Need to come by and see us.
Yeah, don't forget the pre-owned vehicles too.
Some people say we can't do that, Greg. What do we say?
We say, oh yes, we can.
And that's only at North Georgia Toyota in Dalton. Come see us.
2022 football season's here, and the Oakwood Cafe is ready to serve you pancakes as big as your head. Come on down on Saturday morning after the big game and eat a plate full of hash browns till your belly starts aching. And don't forget to check out what we've got going on at Walnut Hill Farm. Woo!
Hey football fans, I'm Chris and this is my dad Charles. Here at Transformers, we believe in no gimmicks, just affordable pricing and quality repairs.
Come see us at Dalton, Cartersville, or check us out online at transformerstransmission.com.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? What would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams a reality.
At coldwellbanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
At Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, we've been serving our community since 1974 with offices in Dalton, Calhoun, Ringgold, Cartersville, and Cleveland, Tennessee. We've got you covered.
Welcome back to Football Friday. I'm your host, Chris Owens, along with special guest Ragan Neal. Ragan, thank you again for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. You know, last show of the season, very bittersweet. 13 weeks sounds like a long time, but I tell you, it's gone fast. It's gone like it just started. It's been a great season. It's been a great show so far. We've had playoff scores, some highlights. We've had a coach call, Coach Carpenter. Here in a minute, we're going to go back over the scores for people just now getting home. We're going to have some Ringgold highlights. We're going to show the Dalton highlights again. We're going to talk a little bit about Cahola Creek, a little bit about North Murray. I think we're going to get the OptiLink scoreboard back up again. Should have that for you in a moment.
North Murray and Fellowship Christ 28-49, Dalton and Loganville 7-3, Christian Heritage and Greene County 37-6, Carver and Ringgold 44-28, Sonorville and Ocoee 6-49, Cahola Creek and Sandy Creek 14-70, Heritage and Walnut Grove 13-17, Eastside and Calhoun 21-23, Clemson and Louisville 31-16.
Good job, Ragan. Good job. And again, congratulations to your school, Christian Heritage, on a big win going to round 2. Congratulations to Dalton High. Big win playoffs, 7-3 tonight. They'll be headed to Creekside next week. And again, the schools that did not win, just making it is quite the accomplishment. You know, as we said earlier in the show, there's 412 schools in the state of Georgia that play football. Only 255 make the playoffs. That's about a little over 60% make it. Next week, there's only 30% of those schools left. So making it is fantastic. Cahola Creek is one of those teams we're going to talk about. Also, came up a little short tonight. Sandy Creek 70-14 on the winning side. But again, Cahola Creek set all kind of records this year as a school. First winning season, 7 wins, 7-3. Case Kinnaman, one of the top passers, if not the top passer in Class 3A. Had right at 2,200 yards passing coming into the night, 20 touchdowns in the air. 12 of those were to Manny Dominguez, wide receiver. Manny also had over 800 yards receiving this year. You know, the defense had a lot of big players on there. Douglas, I could go on and on. Cahola was a little short-handed tonight on offense and defense. One of their senior leaders, Aiden Patterson, one of my favorite guys, the slot machine, injured, could not make it tonight. Aiden, we're thinking of you, praying for you, hope you get better soon. That's always tough. Sandy Creek, though, comes in number 3 in the state in 3A. They were the number 2 seed in a loaded, brutal Region 5 in 3A. They're the 2 seed, and they're ranked 3rd in the state. The 1 seed, I believe, is ranked number 1, and the 3 seed's ranked number 4. So 3 teams in the top 4 in Region 5, 3A. I mean, absolutely a brutal region. Sandy Creek quarterback Geimer Latimer came in at 1,800 yards passing, 24 touchdowns. They have a very balanced rushing attack, and they kind of got on Cahola Creek a little early tonight and kept the foot on the gas. But Cahola Creek got nothing to hang your hat on. Coach Wilson, the Football Friday Coach of the Year, he's doing a fantastic job. We're going to do our best to get Coach on the phone later in the show. Also, North Murray played last night, came up a little short, 49-21 to Fellowship Christian, the Region 8 2A champion. But for North Murray, even though it came up a little short, that's the 7th straight winning season and 7th straight playoff appearance for North Murray. And I believe that puts them as the leader in this area for playoff appearances 7 years in a row under the great leadership of Preston Pogue. The last 3 years they were led by Griffin, Seth Griffin, quarterback, wide receivers Jaden Rice, wide receiver Judson Petty. Big parts of that offense and that team. So, again, great season. I think we've got some Ringgold highlights we're going to try to go to. Ringgold highlights. We may catch those after the next break. But again, Cahola Creek was the only team to make the playoffs for the first time this season. Out of those 255 teams, Cahola's the only team that made the playoffs this year for the first time. When the year started, Ragan, they had a 13.2% chance of making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they made it is awesome. Yeah. One other stat I like, the number one ranked teams coming into the night in 7A was Buford, 6A was Hughes, 5A Ware County, 4A Cedartown, 3A Cedar Grove, 2A Fitzgerald. Single A Division I was Prince Avenue Christian, and Single A Division II Bowden. So always like my stats. Stay with us. We'll have more Football Friday in just a moment.
Find a career path where you are essential. Georgia Northwestern Technical College offers over 200 programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Be essential.
This is our Dalton, one of the fastest technology-driven gig cities in the country. Thanks to OptiLink, we're making things happen with lightning-fast internet. With OptiLink and its cutting-edge fiber technology, you get unsurpassed bandwidth for the entire family with super-fast speeds for all of your devices, keeping you up to date on the latest trends and dance moves. Never missing a moment with family, work from anywhere for a life well lived.
Speeds beyond your imagination. Speeds that move your life forward. Go big. Get the gig from OptiLink.
Hey, it's Eddie and Greg here from North Georgia Toyota. Are you trying to sell your car in this great market and want to know its value?
Well, 2 clicks, 10 seconds, that easy at NorthGeorgiaToyota.com.
They say we can't do that.
Oh, yes, we can.
Come see us.
The 22 football season is here, and we are fired up for our area teams. And Cherokee Pizza is the best place to start or finish the game. Come here for the pizza, the beverages, or the arcade, baby. Good luck, teams, and go Dogs. Woo!
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? What would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams a reality.
At ColdwellBanker.com, you can get an instant estimate on your home. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
At Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, we've been serving our community since 1974 with offices in Dalton, Calhoun, Ringgold, Cartersville, and Cleveland, Tennessee. We've got you covered.
2022 football season's here, and the Oakwood Cafe is ready to serve you pancakes as big as your head. Come on down on Saturday morning after the big game and eat a plate full of hash browns till your belly starts aching. And don't forget to check out what we've got going on at Walnut Hill Farm. Woo!
Hey football fans, I'm Chris and this is my dad Charles. Here at Transformers, we believe in no gimmicks, just affordable pricing and quality repairs.
Come see us at Dalton, Cartersville, or check us out online at transformerstransmission.com.
Welcome back to Football Friday. Your host, Chris Owens, alongside the great up-and-coming Ragan Neal. Again, Ragan, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to go to our sponsor real quick, Pizza Hut. 3 locations, Dalton, Chatsworth, Ringgold. You can order online, you can pick up, you can have delivery. Single, medium, one topping, $6.99. You can get the Sumner Special, all you can eat. Golf lessons, 10 Cut Creek. Call Chris Owen, 706-934-9786. Got over 300 students in the stable now. 2 state champions, hopefully my 3rd, sitting right here beside me tonight. Real quick, before we get into Ringgold highlights, let's talk about Miss Ragan again. Your dream, your goal, you want to be a sports broadcaster. So
Yes.
how do you like it tonight so far?
It's been great. It's been great. Yeah.
Your 8th grade, you already thinking about college? Or
Yeah.
what do you think so far? You represent your dogs tonight.
Yeah, well, I would love to go to Georgia, but also UTC I feel like would be a great school.
Absolutely.
Auburn's also a really good school. You know, anything that, I don't know, I just like the SEC feeling, so.
Atta girl.
Yeah.
Atta girl, keep it close to home, far enough, close enough but far away, right?
Yeah.
You know, and again, if I could give you any advice, is dream big and don't be afraid to go for it, okay? Sometimes all we need is a chance and somebody to believe in us and give us that chance, and when they do, you grab it by the horns and you own it, okay?
Okay.
Make the most of it. We're going to go to Ringgold highlights now. Ringgold coming out. Ringgold came up a little short again. One of our local teams representing this area, and they did the best they could do. We've got Carver, Atlanta, actually number 4 in the state. This is the other team we were talking about in that loaded region. Class 3A, Region 5, numbers 1, 2, and 4 in the state. Ringgold played hard, came up short, 44-28. There's some nice defense tonight. You know, Ringgold's had a good year. Ragan, they've got a running back, Peyton Williams. Made the Football Friday All-American team. Peyton is a phenomenal player.
What grade's he in?
He's a senior, but he's had a fantastic year running the football, provided a lot of leadership for that team.
Yeah.
But when you're playing a team like Carver, Atlanta, you got speed, they got size, they got those physical attributes that you can't coach. There goes Mr. Payton right there. But again, Ringgold came up a little short tonight, 44-28. But they played hard and they never quit. A little tip ball. See, there's those turnovers that you just can't have. Throw it into triple coverage. You know, Ragan, are you a girl, you like wide open pass attack, or you more of the old school run it, play defense?
Well, personally, I like the throws because, I don't know, I feel like it's more risky and it like kind of gives you that like suspense, and it's like, are they going to catch it? Are they going to like get an interception? Are they going to fumble it? Are they going to drop it? Are they going to
So you're if you could hang half 100, you don't hang it.
Yeah.
Atta girl.
Yeah.
Atta girl.
Get as far as you can get.
Hang half 100 plus. You can't stop what's coming.
Nope.
Somebody ought to make shirts.
Yeah.
Put that on a shirt and sell it. If they did, I'm sure they're smarter than I am. Make some money. Hang half 100. There's a nice kick
That was a good kick.
by Ringgold. And again, we've got about 3 minutes of Ringgold highlights here on your television. Moving those chains, moving those chains. There's the long ball. You know, Ringgold's had a good season. They came in tonight at 7-3. Carver, Atlanta came in the same record at 7-3. Carver will advance. Ringgold will end their year at 7-4. They've had a fantastic season, though. Absolutely nothing to hang their head about. Again, as we hit on earlier in the show, if we're talking about you tonight, you've done something right, and that's a goal every team has, is make the playoffs, so hats off. And again, Christian Heritage will advance next week. Yeah. Dalton High will advance next week to represent our community in North Georgia. We've got to go to commercial break. Stay with us for more Football Friday.
Hi, I'm Mitch Sanford with Builtwell Bank. Yes, that's right. First Bank of Dalton is now Builtwell Bank. What does that mean for you? It means the same exceptional service from the bankers you know and trust. It means a larger footprint that expands through 13 counties in Georgia and Tennessee. It means your community bank is still right around the corner. Want to learn more? Visit us at builtwell.bank or give us a call at 706-226-5377. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
Hey, this is Eddie.
And Greg.
From North Georgia Toyota. And Greg, what could be better than football time in North Georgia?
Well, it's the great deals at North Georgia Toyota.
And Greg, we're starting to see a lot of inventory coming in. We got some Tundras, Tacomas, trucks. Need to come by and see us.
Yeah, don't forget the pre-owned vehicles too.
Some people say we can't do that, Greg. What do we say?
We say, oh yes, we can.
And that's only at North Georgia Toyota in Dalton. Come see us.
Precision Chemical and Paper Supply is locally owned and operated by Damon Duckett, serving our community for 40-plus years. We can supply all your away-from-home needs. Business-to-business products include janitorial, food and beverage, facilities and ground, office products, and packaging. Located at 101 Bryant Avenue in Dalton. Give Precision Chemical and Paper Supply a call today at 706-226-8795 or visit them on their website at precisionchemicalandpaper.com.
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr.
And I'm Chris Hicks.
And we're the Transformers crew.
With over 40 years of experience from brakes, AC tune-ups, oil changes, and custom rebuilt transmissions, Transformers is your #1 automotive repair source. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility conveniently located here on Sugar Road, and we also offer financing for those unexpected repair needs. So come and check out the real professionals because we are
Transformers.
Transformers Transmission and Complete Auto Repair Specialist.
Maryville Jewelers has been a family-owned and operated store since 1974. The only thing that has changed is our beautiful and elegant merchandise. Our staff works hard at staying up with all the latest styles and trends. We pride ourselves on having beautiful jewelry in all price ranges. Maryville Jewelers is known for its outstanding customer service and its quick turnaround on jewelry and watch repair. We are a full-service jewelry store. Come see us at Maryville Jewelers in historic downtown Dalton.
Find a career path where you are essential. Georgia Northwestern Technical College offers over 200 programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Be essential.
Welcome back to Football Friday. Real quick, one of my favorite parts of the show is the stats. I hope the people at home like this as much as I do. Being in sales, Ragan, I'm a numbers guy. The numbers don't lie. They tell the whole story. So really quick, individual. This is through the regular season. Rushing, Tyson Greenway finished number 7 in the state. The 5A leader, 1,839 yards. Jonaz Walton, Central Carrollton running back, number 18 in the state. Peyton Williams, Ringgold running back, number 58 in the state, 1,116 yards for Mr. Williams. Malachi Jeffries, Cartersville running back, 1,084 yards, number 60 in the state. Eli Thomason, Christian Heritage running back, 1,067 yards, number 68 in the state. Passing, Seth Griffin, number 10 in the state and the 2A leader, 2,620 yards passing. Owen Brooker came in number 12 in the state at Northwest. The 4A leader, 2,463 yards. Head-to-head, Brooker Northwest, 2-1 over Griffin and North Murray. But Owen Brooker, you always be for life with me, buddy. Case Kenneman, number 23 in the state. Cahoga Creek, the 3A passing leader, 2,190 yards. Jackson Pate, Sonoraville quarterback, number 42 in the state, 1,893 yards. Trey Townsend, Calhoun, number 59 in the state passing, 1,717 yards. Receiving, Jaden Rice, North Murray, 2A leader, 930 yards, number 15 in the state. Judson Petty came in number 17 in the state at North Murray also, 915 yards right there with his teammate. Manny Dominguez, number 31 in the state, Cahoga Creek, 810 yards. And Hudson Gray, Northwest, came in number 32 in the state receiving, 808 yards. One thing, folks at home, get used to hearing this the next few years. Knuckles to Gray for 6. Go Bruins. One thing I want to point out real quick in our area, I think it's absolutely awesome how many leaders we've got. We got Greenway, the 5A leader. We got Seth Griffin, the 2A leader, along with Rice, 2A leader. Owen Brooker, 4A leader. Kinnaman, the 3A leader. And that's in the state. So I think that is absolutely speaks volumes to the talent and the coaching, Ragan, that we have in this area. So coaches, thank you for everything you've done for these kids. Kids, thank you for all the hard work you put in. Hard work always pays off. Now, I think we're going to go real quick to some team stats. As the year goes, this went from this big to this big for the local teams. Points scored in Class 5A, Cartersville, number 4 in the state at 38.9 points a game. In Class 4A, Cedartown, number 4 in the state, scoring 40.8. Central Carroll, number 7 at 35.4. Heritage at number 8 at 33.8. I don't think there's a team in the state that can match up with Cedartown from everything I've seen. I'd be shocked if they were to lose a game. Class 2A, North Murray finished at number 5 in the state, scoring at 41.2. Sandy Creek, that Cahola ran into tonight in Class 3A, they're number 7 at 35.9 points a game, so they are not afraid to score. And again, on defense, Cartersville in Class 5A, number 6 at 7.1 points a game. Class 4A, Cedartown, the same number, 7.1 points a game. Cedartown comes in at number 2 in Class 4A. One other stat I want to point out, Dalton had that big win tonight over Loganville. Dalton was a 14-point dog, so those of you that took Dalton on the money line, hats off. That paid up tonight. Also, if you took Dalton in the 14. Christian Heritage was actually a 4-point favorite, and they blew that line out of the water. So great job there. Some other news and nuggets real quick. Marist disqualified for the playoffs for the 40th consecutive season, Ragan. 40th consecutive season. Brad Smith, Loganville head coach, former on the Dalton staff, offense and strength and conditioning. 255 teams made the playoffs this year. Only 200, that's 60% of the teams in the state of Georgia. Cahola Creek only had a 13% chance to make it. They made it. There's 6 schools that made the playoffs each season this century. Buford, Calhoun, Commerce, Cook, Fitzgerald, Marist, and Peach County. The only 6 schools that's made it every season this century. Again, Marist with 40 straight games. Also, tonight in the playoffs, we had 5 games that matched top 10 teams. So, with all that said, let's go back to some Dalton highlights. Big Red rolled tonight. And again, some old school football, defense, field position, mistake-free. That will win a lot of ball games. There's Mr. Greenway just bulling. And as last week, Football Friday was the first to break the news, the Class 5A Player of the Year, Tyson Greenway, making moves, breaking ankles, moving the chains. There's long rolling out. Nice rush there. Dalton defense. Seems like the colder it gets, the better that defense always plays. And again, Dalton no stranger to the playoffs and winning big games. There's Mr. Blanchard with a nice over-the-shoulder catch. And here's the score, mid-4th quarter, that put Dalton ahead, where they stayed ahead 7-3. And man, Dalton looking like Clemson tonight on that defense, rushing the quarterback. And that, judging by that celebration, that was the incompletion that won the game, or ended the game there for Dalton High. Anything you want to add to that, Ms. Ragan?
No, I think Dalton played good, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep, absolutely great. Next week, you going to be traveling with your team to watch the game?
I don't know. I think we're going deer hunting instead.
Going deer hunting?
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. Well, you'll be at your golf lesson, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, atta girl. 5:30 tomorrow, dress warm.
Yeah, I know.
5:30 tomorrow, dress warm. Well, you've got, again, Christian Heritage on the road next week, going to Johnson County. Dalton High will be at Creekside, but what's most important is both teams are playing next week, so hats off. Again, this will be our last show tonight. We're going to go to commercial break. When I come back, I've got several people that I would like to thank. So those of you that are still with us and awake, a lot of things I'd like to say. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Football Friday.
Hi, I'm Mitch Sanford with Biltwell Bank. Yes, that's right. First Bank of Dalton is now Biltwell Bank. What does that mean for you? It means the same exceptional service from the bankers you know and trust. It means a larger footprint that expands through 13 counties in Georgia and Tennessee. It means your community bank is still right around the corner. Want to learn more? Visit us at biltwell.bank or give us a call at 706-226-5377. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
This is our Dalton, one of the fastest technology-driven gig cities in the country. Thanks to OptiLink, we're making things happen with lightning-fast internet. With OptiLink and its cutting-edge fiber technology, you get unsurpassed bandwidth for the entire family with super-fast speeds for all of your devices, keeping you up to date on the latest trends and dance moves. Never missing a moment with family, work from anywhere for a life well lived.
Speeds beyond your imagination. Speeds that move your life forward. Go big. Get the gig from OptiLink.
Hey, it's Eddie and Greg here from North Georgia Toyota. Are you trying to sell your car in this great market and want to know its value?
With 2 clicks, 10 seconds, that easy at NorthGeorgiaToyota.com.
They say we can't do that.
Oh, yes, we can.
Come see us.
The 22 football season is here, and we are fired up for our area teams. And Cherokee Pizza is the best place to start or finish the game. Come here for the pizza, the beverages, or the arcade, baby. Good luck, teams, and go Dogs. Woo!
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr.
And I'm Chris Hicks.
And we're the Transformers crew.
With over 40 years of experience from brakes, AC tune-ups, oil changes, and custom rebuilt transmissions, Transformers is your #1 automotive repair source. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility conveniently located here on Sugar Road, and we also offer financing for those unexpected repair needs. So come and check out the real professionals, because we are
Transformers.
Transformers Transmission and Complete Auto Repair Specialist.
Welcome back to Football Friday. We've got a nice little family feel to this show tonight. It's great to have my niece Letty in the pink, Adeline, North Whitfield, and my beautiful daughter Caroline, too, wearing her Dalton gear. She's fired up. I'm a very happy, very proud dad of 6, and having an opportunity for her to be here tonight is very special for me, so thank you very much. Before we shut her down, we're going to go to the OptiLink scoreboard again.
Okay, so we have North Murray and Fellowship Christ 28-49, Dalton and Loganville 7-3, Christian Heritage and Greene County 37-6, Carver and Ringgold 44-28, Snorville and Ocoee 6-49, Cola Creek and Sandy Creek 14-70, Heritage and Walnut Grove 13-17, Eastside and Calhoun 21-23, Clemson and Louisville 31-16.
Wait, I didn't catch that last score. What was it?
Clemson and Louisville.
Who won?
Clemson. Yeah.
What? No.
Sorry.
It's been a fantastic season. There's several things that I would like to say really quick. Several people that I would like to thank. I'd like to thank my wife, Brittany Owens, for letting me do the show. You know, with 6 kids at home, I'm very lucky she lets me go to the mailbox. So the opportunity to be here this late at night, I know she's going to be happy to have me back home, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me come do this. One of the highlights of my week is doing this show. I thoroughly enjoy it. I try to put my own spin on it. I put my heart and soul into this show every week. I want it to be more than just a show. Anybody can Google a score and look at a score on their phone and go to bed. I want it to be something that entertains you guys. I want it to be something that you watch. So when my agent called last week and said I had just been offered a 2-year extension, we jumped all over it. Still waiting on those SEC championship tickets to come to the studio. So anybody that's donating, please come. Ragan, you got anything to add to that?
Go Dogs.
That's right. Go Dogs. I hear you. But thank you, wife, for letting me do this show. I love it. I'd also like to thank Chris Crossan. Chris believed in me, gave me a chance last year, asked me a couple times to come on the show, and I had an absolute blast. And when they were looking for someone this year to host, he highly recommended me, and the rest was history. So, Chris, thank you, buddy, from the bottom of my heart. I owe you. I'd like to thank Connie Hall, station manager, station owner, for believing in me and giving me an opportunity. I'd like to thank Miss Judy Hall, the show director, for giving me, Judy Elliott, the show director, for believing in me and giving me an opportunity. I'd like to thank my buddy Jeremy Gentry, that we call Touchdown Jesus, also Pete Mendez. They are our graphic tech wizards behind the scenes. The show doesn't happen without these guys. I can turn it on, I can turn it off. They do everything else in the middle to make this great show. Our award-winning highlights, our scores, our stats. So Jeremy, Pete, thank you guys for all that you do. Our entire staff, everybody behind the scenes, thank you. Also, this year our special guest, I wanted to put my own stamp on it. I tried to get people that represent different areas of the community. I got most everyone that I wanted. There's a few guys that I didn't get. I hope to get next year. We're going to kind of expand the show. We're going to try to add more coaches to the show. I've got Preston Pogue lined up. I got Josh Robinson lined up. Kit Carpenter's going to be back next year. But from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank Jason Sumner for being on the show. Big Sumner, I'm always picking at you, but I love you. You're my brother. Jason Patterson, the same, one of my brothers. Thank you for being on the show 4 times this season. The First Lady of Football, Miss Ashley Floyd, thank you for being on the show. That was another one of my favorite shows, special shows, to have the First Lady of Football on. So Ashley, thank you. Jason Brooker, coach, thank you for being on it. One of the all-time great coaches at Northwest history, Mr. 2-time state champ. Jason, thank you very much. I'd like to thank Coach Kit Carpenter for being on the show last week. And also, I'd love to thank my buddy, Mitchell Boggs, for being on the show. Hope to bring Boggs back next year. And I'll see Boggs Monday night at the basketball court. So all the special guests, thank you very much for being with us. It's been a very special year for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've learned as much doing this show. Can't wait to be back on it next year. We're going to continue to raise the bar. I love to poke the bear. I love to poke the cat. I like to stir the pot, but that's what sells tickets, and that's what spikes those ratings. So, again, thank you, everyone, for watching the show this year. It's been fantastic. Ragan, have you got anything you'd like to add? Anybody you'd like to say thank you?
Hi, Mom.
Ladies behind me, thank you for being here. I know you just got off your North American Dancing with the Stars tour. Very talented add-on, very talented singer. Both of you dancers, nutcracker, cheerleading, and we've got this little nut job right here. And if she's still up, I know you're Wally and you're Nana, and I know Miss Sandy Bagley is watching. Look, can you cheer one time? Cheer. Can you do? Stay right here. Do it one more time. Do it one more time. Oh.
Do it loud, please.
Just don't say the bad words. Her cheer is CATS. Let's go Cats. So, again, we've had a fantastic show. Ragan, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. I know your dream is to be a sports broadcaster, so I hope you got a little taste of that tonight.
Yes.
Good. Maybe you can do a community spotlight where you can host and also be a hostess on that show going forward. We've gone over a lot of stats tonight. Again, Christian Heritage, Dalton High, congratulations on your wins. Moving on to next week. The other schools, North Murray, Ringgold, Heritage. Thank you, Cahola Creek, for representing our community, representing your schools. You got nothing but to be proud of yourselves. Coach Wilson, Coach of the Year. We're going to get you on here next year also, so mark that on your calendar. So this is the end. It's bittersweet. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next season. Thank you.